Couple very hot afternoons still on the way, but we have a pretty decent chance for some rain over the next several afternoons. That was as early as this afternoon for some of us, but we also got into the upper 90s. Expect that to continue for Tuesday and Wednesday, but with more widespread rain on the way to wrap up this week, that leads to some cooler air. Cold front, yes. Much colder, no. However, this is noticeable. What we'll see likely with more cloud cover and some rain-cooled air to go along with it is cooler weather that we head into the weekend with. As far as the next couple afternoons, though, it's still going to be very hot. Still expecting double-digit highs, but feels like temperatures with all this moisture are going to be 105, even up to 110 in a couple areas too. And then there's that cooler weather that we get to enjoy with all the humidity still added onto it on Thursday and Friday. Scattered thunderstorms is what we saw across the area Monday afternoon, especially across our eastern counties. Likely we see that continue into our Tuesday through the rest of Monday evening. Not really expecting a ton, especially anything west of Highway 6. And then potentially some overnight activity into early Tuesday. We'll look at that here in just a little bit. This is why we are looking at the potential not only for some thunderstorms in the afternoon, which is our greatest chance, but maybe a couple overnight storms as well. High pressure off to our north and to our west continues that jog to the north and to the west, and that really just opens the door for some disturbances to swing our way and even a weak front to wrap up the week. Barely going to give us a wind switch, but that boundary alone should be giving us some higher coverage of showers and storms before the end of the week. Right now, we're focused on Thursday for that best overall chance. This is something we will continue to watch for you, though. I think it happens, though, before we get to the end of the week. So scattered showers and thunderstorms at the most as far as coverage is concerned for Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday through Friday, still expecting higher coverage, more numerous showers and storms with the potential to drop some pretty efficient rainfall producers. So 1 to 2 inches pretty quickly, especially through the end of the week. Certainly a possibility. Then we go into tonight/early tomorrow. This is forecast radar that is trying to depict a couple of those mid-level disturbances rolling overhead and potentially sparking up a couple storms to start the day. This is a big-time grain of salt forecast, but I do think it's not impossible as we get the day started on Tuesday that we find a couple storms to go along with it. Slightly better chance, though, as we head into the afternoon. So Tuesday, still about a 20 to 30% shot. Then we go into Wednesday. Here you find some more of that widespread activity associated with that front that nears us. I think by late Thursday, that's where we really start to see things tick up. So an isolated thunderstorm possible after 2 a.m. I think even more so after 4 a.m. tonight. Isolated, the key word there. I think it's pretty likely also that we wake up with nothing. Then sunshine builds us right back into the mid to upper 90s. However, that heat allows us to stew in, pop up some thunderstorms for Tuesday. Higher coverage expected through the end of the week. Back to more isolated by this weekend.